Goodness
What's up, buddy?
gracious. Where are you at today?
I'm in Miami for a few days. I'm resting.
You're resting.
I'm resting. I got next up Stockholm, Copenhagen, Copenhagen to Paris, Paris to Washington, D.C., Washington, D.C. to Vegas, Vegas to Bali, Bali to India, and then to Italy, obviously.
Oh, you got a packed schedule. You always do.
Dude, it helps me with my trading. I gotta not overtrade. The market is insane.
It is. I'm just laughing because you're in bed and someone's laughing at you in the chat.
I'm sure they are. Laugh at me, hate me, love me. I don't care. The market is hot. I'll do whatever I can to just, stay sane. I got it a nice 66 degrees in here too. I like to keep it cool. And then I bundle up. This is my little, I don't know why it works, but it does.
Where do you want to start today? We can talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit new all-time highs.
No, because Bitcoin just isn't interesting because the people, even if you're up a lot, you're not going to take profits. So it's useless. If you're down a lot, you don't take profits. If you're up a lot, you don't take profits. So what's there to talk about? Nothing. Let's talk about locking in profits. Yesterday I made $5,000. Today I made around $2,000. Pull up OCEA.
I will.
This is just a short squeeze stock. It's nothing special, but it's in play. There's too many shorts right now. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, this was a great trade. It was my top watch all week. Yesterday was the breakout, and then today it just went bananas.
I mean, it's amazing, right? It's a very crazy flaky stock. It's flaky like you. I was in Austin the other day and I didn't even see you. How is that? How is that possible?
Oh man, I don't know. But
You are a human OCEA, and that's why you're great. You're flaky like OCEA.
Yep. Did you trade OCEA? You said yesterday you made $5,000, right?
Look at that. Notice he changes the subject.
Oh, I know.
Let the face get all red. Keep your hat. Take your hat off. Let's see Vincent the Vein.
Vincent the Vein? It's not popping out yet. No.
I'm just gonna be real with everybody. This is what happens when I'm in Miami. It's dangerous because I got no jet lag. I got no filter, and you got plays like OCEA popping up. Pull up my trades.
All right, let me do that. I'll go to Profitly here.
I was really happy with my roughly $1,700 profit. Just dip buying it, even though it looks crazy. There's a rhyme and a reason to it. I made a good 20-minute video lesson this morning just talking about where you have to look at specific key levels. Actually, can you pull up a 2-day intraday chart?
Yeah.
And add in after hours times. Yeah, there you go. So, you already drew the little boxes. So I like your boxes, right?
I might have learned a thing or two.
And this is literally the uptrend, right? So I'm just riding the uptrend. And then you got to sell into strength. Don't be like a hodler. Don't be like a Bitcoiner. Some people will say, Tim, Bitcoin's back to new highs. OCA has doubled the next day. I don't care. I lock in profits, okay? Everyone, I want you to leave a comment. Say, I will lock in profits. I don't care if you sell too soon. It's just a good habit to get into. That's how you become an actual millionaire many times over, not just on paper. You don't have to take excessive risks. You don't have to look like you're 700 years old, like a lot of hodlers do and short sellers do. It's about stress, right? I look young because I'm keeping it low stress. Matt looks young because he flakes out on everybody and he just focuses on his spa appointments. Is that what you were doing? You had a spa appointment, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I did have plans though. I apologize. I'll see you again soon. Don't worry.
It's all right. I'm not bitter. I'm just going to keep bringing it up till your dying day.
Here's your OCA trade. Oh, I clicked the wrong one.
I did a few. So I'm I'm dip buying, these kinds of bases, relying on the uptrend that's intact. As long as the uptrend is intact, like my first one, I can't see. This is small.
Yeah, this was today's trade.
Go to the $1,700 profit. Today I've done it, but let's go over yesterday first. $1,700 was a really nice trade. And some people say, how do you do this? This was so easy. Draw a little line from the pre-market highs. So around 5 a.m, it hit a high in the low threes. And there wasn't much volume, but there was a clear high. Yeah, right there, right? What's the day high there, pre-market? And
$3.
This is a perfect little cup and handle chart pattern intraday. I mean, this is cup and handle to a T. Like it's choppy. I'm not going to lie. It's not like perfect, but you're relying on the pattern. And guess what? I bought it around 310. My risk level, if it didn't hold the pattern, because you can be wrong in any trade, I just would have cut it at 3. But it had already hit the 370 area before I bought. I'm buying it on a 60-cent dip. I'm thinking that it's going to be a cup and handle. I didn't know it was going to go to the mid-4s. My whole goal is just that it's going to retest the day highs in the 360s. I'm buying on a nice dip. 360, 370. If it gets back to the highs, that's 60 cents of upside from my buy. If I'm wrong, there's 10 cents of downside. 6-to-1 risk reward with a hot pattern, with a market that's insane. And that's it. And I don't care how high it goes. Some people say, well, Tim, it's 660 now. I don't care. I rebought it. I made another $2,000 today. But I'm doing this in a low stress fashion. That's the key. Like, you guys have to understand, yes, we're trading penny stocks, but you can do it in a relatively low risk way. Like until my $27,000 loss where I got undisciplined a few months ago, I went 3.5 years with no loss more than $6,000. And I made nearly $4 million. Like, just think about that. Making nearly $4 million without one single loss of more than $6,000.
Yeah, you did that in Austin too. See, I'm just a bad luck charm, I guess.
Look, I trade better when I'm overseas. I've learned so many weird things about my trading strategy, what works. Everyone has to figure out what works for them, and we're all a little different. I trade better when I'm overseas because I'm out doing stuff. Some people are like, why do you always post like stuff that you're doing? Why don't you just post about the stock market? I want you to understand that you can live a full life, and for me, it actually helps me. If I'm in an office, if I'm in a cubicle, if I'm in Miami or Austin, there's not much to do. I've done it all. I'm sorry. But if I'm in another country and I'm like in it for the first time, or I have a charity project, or, a food tour, like these are my hobbies, I don't want to trade, but I'm still watching the market. So that allows me to trade ideal plays, whereas if I'm bored and I'm just trading for the hell of it, that's bad.
Right. Yeah. Let me pull up OCEA because I love this trade. It's my bread and butter. This has been my main strategy over the entire time I've been a trader, because you can see it several days in advance as it's setting up for this big move. Because if we go all the way back to the 23rd of February, which was like 2 weeks ago on a Friday, that was the first day it had the move. And then it consolidated for about a full week. And then this is our multi-day breakout. You had the great entry there at $3. And when that multi-day breakout takes off, this is a pretty common result where now we've gone from 3 to 7. Who knows? It's still holding up. It might go higher. But in my opinion, like the easy part of the move was where you bought it, right? Right at that breakout. It went crazy.
Well, just in the last hour before this, if you can pull up my trade today, my last trade where I made only like a few $100, but it was really nice testing this one. Pull up a one-day intraday chart today. So it went all the way to the high 7s, and I was like, don't chase. Wait for it to dip. In the chat room, I was like, it was in the 670s, 680s. It's down $1 a share off the highs. People are like, is it time? I'm like, no. I want the low 6s, ideally even a crack of 6. But the key is, if you buy the first dip on like a very now overextended play like this, it's not like yesterday. Yesterday, I'd buy the first dip because it was holding the range. Now it's just gone full supernova. So you can't just be like, oh, let me just buy the first dip, because now the first dip became a trap in the 670s and 680s. And if you see that first little fake out bounce and it failed from 680 back down to 6, and then that was the time to buy. And so on this one, go back to my trade, again, you can trade big, you can trade aggressively, you can trade small, but I was just happy that I didn't fall for that first trap. And the cool thing is, in the chat room, I'm not just giving trade alerts, I'm giving commentary. And I think it's very important. It's not just me, it's now several millionaire students. We're giving commentary all day long. And so you set up the potential trades ahead of time. And I'm really happy with this one. When I just sold it too soon again, partially because I knew I was coming on here. When you have something to do, you want to just lock it in. But this is what you can do with these plays when there's so much range. Pull up REAL also. This is an earnings winner. This was my weekend play. I have a really good strategy where I just buy it over the weekend. Pull up like a 3-day chart because I was buying this
The real
270s. Right on Friday, late Friday. It was already off of its highs in the 290s. Yeah, right in there. And this I just held over the weekend. And, some people were grumbling because it was like in the 260s pre-market. And I was like, I'm going to give it time. This is an earnings winner. This is a lot smoother than a lot of short squeezes. So people can choose what kind of patterns they want. Like I just did another video. Matt and I came up with this analogy last week called a warm butter market. I finally got him to do the warm butter video. I got a new assignment for you, Matt, because I just came up with a new analogy yesterday saying this is a market that just keeps doling out pies. You got short squeeze pies like OCEA. You've got earnings winners pies like REAL. You've got, AI plays like BBAI and GFAI. You choose what kind of pie you like. It's like coconut cream pie, blueberry pie, peach pie, apple pie, cinnamon pie, pumpkin pie. What kind of pies do you like, Matt?
I'm a big pumpkin pie guy. I like pumpkin pie.
Good. So that's the thing. And the market is handing out pies, and it's just whoever wants a slice. That's really what it is. We're slicing through prices right now, but we're also just like handing out fresh baked pies every day. The market's baking pies. Hey, today you want a short squeeze pie? Hey, you want a little pumpkin pie? Whatever you like, But it's really amazing where there's so many different opportunities right now, and it's a little overwhelming. This is why I want people to really learn right now. Matt just posted the link. Apply to trade with me. Apply to learn with me. Whether it's a fast market, whether it's a slow market, literally any day, any week, any month, any year that you're unprepared is a waste because there's so much opportunity. And I said this in 2022 when the markets were tanking. I was still green that year, not by much, but a little green. And everyone was like, shut up, Tim, I don't want to study. And I was like, this is the time to study in a slow market. Matt, when did you start the challenge? What was the market like?
2017. So I started, it was a hot market, but I lost money because I was unprepared, right? I didn't really know much, but I got to see, I think 2017, maybe that was Roland's year and like Stephen Dux's year and all those guys where they made all this money. And I was like, wow, it's possible, right? So instead of getting frustrated.
They had started in 2015.
Yeah, no, they started a couple years before. It was super inspiring. And then 2018 and 2019 were slow markets. And those are the years I studied. Again, I had a small account, so I didn't really make much money during that time. I think 2019 was the first year I was profitable. And over the course of a year, I made like $5,000. Again, I was like working a full-time job while doing that. And then 2020, the market heated up again. And just like you said, because I was prepared, those 2 years I was watching the market, studying, well, that's the whole preparation meets the opportunity. And that's where my account really exploded. And we just went through the same exact thing. So 2020 and 2021 were really hot. 2022 and 2023 were a bit slower. 2024 is very hot, just as hot as 2020 or 2021. Trades are crazy right now.
And so we need to get through to people like it doesn't matter whether it's a hot or cold market. Everyone wants to make money right away, but the biggest money that you'll make will be in the long run when you're prepared. And we need to get people prepared because you don't know when the next great play is going to be. And, it's overwhelming. Some people are like, Tim, you're trading short squeezes, you're trading AI, you're trading pre-market, you're trading near the open, you're trading midday, you're trading after hours. Like, people are overwhelmed. And I get it. If you don't know what I'm doing, if you haven't studied the strategies, you will be overwhelmed. But it's not the end of the world, right? It's always toughest in the beginning, and it gets easier over time. You really just have to start learning whether it's a hot or cold market. We're filming this in the beginning of 2024, but we're going to put this video online. I'll play it again and again because I'll call it, you want your slice of the market. I like this analogy and I like pie. And, some people will be watching this in a slow market and they'll be like, oh, I wish that it was a hot market like 2024. You have to understand that this is like a science fiction, like time travel movie, right? Like time is relative. It doesn't matter if it's a hot or cold market when you start. What matters is you start now so that you're better prepared in the future. And I said this in 2022. I reposted a tweet that I had the other day. Can you go to my Twitter from yesterday? I had this tweet, and I like Twitter because it's all timestamped. And in early 2022, I was like, yeah, the market sucks, but now's the time to study. Be ready for a hot market. And hardly anybody paid attention. And now I'm pulling up this tweet literally from 2 years ago. It was yesterday. I quoted a tweet. Keep going. And now there's a lot of plays. Oh, look, wait, check that out. This is my bed. So this is where I clicked the bed. So this was me trading from my bed in Bali. I love trading from my bed. I know people are worried about my back. They're like, isn't that, my back doesn't hurt. I've evolved like an armadillo. I have a curved back and I'm very good. Anyways, keep going. Sorry.
Lance's comment's hilarious.
I know. He's jealous of my peak male form. Go down. It's right. Slow down. Oh, there's another bed. Wait, click that tweet from the bed. I didn't even plan this. It's all beds. This is a mirrored bed in Dubai, and this is a Dubai trip that Matt Monaco again flaked out on. Matt Monaco was invited to Dubai. This is a suite at the Burj Al Arab, and I took several of my new millionaire students. Matt Monaco was invited. We were on a yacht. We literally flew in Chinese food to land on the yacht. It was crazy. It was a crazy time. Matt Monaco flaked.
Oh man! Let me go back to your Twitter.
Keep going to the tweets. All right, slow down. It's right around here.
Right here.
Yeah, right there. So literally, and click the earlier tweet because you can quote your tweets. This was in January 2022, and I said it's a slow market. This is the time to study hard. This was 2 years ago, 2 years and 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. And hardly anybody, like, look at this, hardly any engagement. Everyone's like, shut up, it's a bad market. You got to put in the time. That's why we do these webinars. That's why we teach. I know it's counterintuitive. I know you just want to make money right away. But if you're truly going to be my next millionaire student, follow instructions. We've done this. Matt Monaco was just a wee little person living in upstate New York, trying to have small businesses, like copying other people's essays and stuff, and like making like $2,000 and like $200 before he realized trading is different, because even if you start small, your income can go parabolic. Your income can go exponential because it's the same trades that you're taking with bigger size later on. That's very different than all these other little businesses, all these jobs that pay hourly. That's why trading is better. Yes, you can do it from bed. Yes, you can do it from anywhere in the world. But you're never going to be able to go from, what did you make in 2019, Matt? Roughly?
I think like five or $6,000 in 2019.
And what did you make in 2020?
Let me go properly so I'm quoting the right numbers. But I think it was like $600,000 in 2020.
And then how much in 2021?
It was like it was over $1 million in 2020.
So to go from $5,000 to $600,000 to over $1 million in 3 years, okay? Try working a job, even if you're employee of the month every month, and you're making, let's say, like $50,000 a year. In 3 years, even if you're employee of the month, even if you're in some business that's blowing up, you might make like $100,000 year 2 or year 3. Like that's double, and that's best case. This is astronomical. And look at his little losses. He still has some losses too. It's not like we're winning every time, okay? Yeah. But it's just beautiful. And this is also the key. This is why I tell people to start small. While everyone wants to make money right away, like I'm making literally $5,000 a day, trading from bed, trading small and safe. You can do this with small size in the beginning, so it's not scary. And then when you're ready, 2, 3, 4 years later, you have a lot of experience, you have a lot of know-how, and that's when you can really size up. And if you time it right, like Matt Monaco, you trade small in a slow market and you learn, and then you size up in a hot market and then you earn. I know it's cliche, but that's true.
No, absolutely. One of the things that I always kept telling myself in the beginning too, like even when I get frustrated and have some losses, like I was trading with small accounts, so my losses were small. They were maybe $100 or $200. And I knew, like, once I figured it out, once I understood trading, got disciplined, one day, like those losses, like my gains would just be so much larger than them, because it is a parabolic curve. You go the full hockey stick there. And then all of a sudden, like at the time, a $100 loss sucks. But then before you know it, once you put that effort in, all of a sudden you might make $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 in a day. And then that $100 or $200 loss.
Have you had a $100,000 day?
I did, with you in person in, where were we? San Diego.
That's what happens when you show up, right?
You're right.
I've had a few 6-figure days, and this is what it's about. This is why I'm so proud to teach these counterintuitive lessons, because like you lose $20, you lose $50. Pull up Tim Grattani's early trades just to show you. Tim Grattani has made now nearly $15 million. And it's pretty crazy where in the beginning, I mean, he was a State Farm insurance salesman. He was wearing the khaki pants. And what are you looking at? Croy Runner. No 89, just Croy Runner. He changed it. I don't think he wanted people to know how old he was. 89 gives it away. But like you can see this, I mean, he's posted over 13 million, but go to his early trades and literally he's making and losing $20, $50. And that's the beautiful thing. Like it's really kind of cool where if you do this the right way, you learn with small amounts, you lose with small amounts, you build that, kind of foundation of knowledge. And then when you're ready, no rush, literally no rush whatsoever, you can size up. And maybe you size up and then it's scary and you size back down. It's okay. It's not an exact science. And the journey isn't always going forward. Even Tim Sykes, I mean, before he got to 13 million, before he got to $1 million, he had some, bad behavior that he had to fix. He was like over trading. He was trading too excessively. So it happens to everybody. And like, this is just beautiful. Look at this. These are some of his trades from when he first started with me in 2011, $70 trading implosion while learning. And now it's laughable because literally he's like, his range in a day is like 25 or 50,000, same as Jack Kellogg, another one of my 8-figure students who just made 400 grand last week. Like, this is the beauty of learning the right way and sticking with it. And this is why I'm so proud to teach. There's a lot of people who like teach, but they don't focus on exponential parabolic income gains. And that's the beauty of penny stocks, where everything is all laid out for you. I've been teaching now for 15 years. That's why I'm comfortable doing this, right? Like I can trade from anywhere. I can teach from anywhere. It's the same process. Everything that Matt Monaco, Tim Sykes, all my 30 plus millionaire students have had access to, you have access to, except it's even better now because you have more resources. We have new tools and the market is hot.
Yep. I agree. There's a question in the chat, which is always like the most common question I get, which is, I don't have $25,000. How can I even day trade?
So there's a pattern day trader rule, which prevents you from trading more than 3 intraday trades per week, which is more than enough. Okay. If you're studying enough, you're not just trading in and out nonstop every day, like some of these trading degenerates do with their hotkeys and they have no lives. They're like, it really reminds me of like crypto people, where crypto people never take their losses or gains because it's just hodling and now they're being proven right. Congrats. Not that they're taking it, but like degenerate traders, whether they make a lot or not, they get addicted to the action. So they're always trading. So there's no exit. I hate thinking of trading as a no exit play. For me, trading is a means to an end. This is how you make enough money to live the life that you want. You should get away from the computer every now and then. So with day trading, everyone thinks you have to be in front of your computer all the time. Not true, especially as a newbie. You get 3 day trades per week, which is fine. Guess what? You can trade overnight too. You can trade every single night, hold, buy a stock in the afternoon, sell it the next day. OCEA would have been perfect. It closed in the 3s and the 4s yesterday. Today it's hitting the 6s and the 7s. So it's not just about day trades. And especially in the beginning, you don't want to trade too much. There's a thing called churning and burning. And, when you don't know what you don't know, you're trying this, you're trying that. And, you might end up at the end of the day, if there's no pattern day trader rule, with like 30 day trades and your whole day is gone and you've lost and it's just a waste. So you really have to protect yourself, focus on quality setups over quantity. And this is a live webinar right now, Suraj. Like, this is the beautiful thing where we are real. What we're teaching is real. And it's just a question of you putting in the time and following instructions. Click the link that Matt Monaco has put. I'll put a link below this video too when I put it online later. You just got to get in the game and follow instructions. We've laid it all out for you. Sometimes I might get a little frustrated. I might be a little hangry. I might be a little jet lagged. My apologies in advance. But every single step that I take is to create more millionaire students. This is not just a job for me. This is a life mission. I love that Matt Monaco is now living his dream life and he can flake out on me or anybody whenever he wants because he's got that FU money.
We're getting there. I think we got to talk about Bitcoin because you're going to love this. I don't know if you've been watching it, but we topped out at all-time highs, exactly like 69,000, and now just falling off a cliff here. Huge.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I mean, I wouldn't chase anything. You got to respect it. But again, I'm just not interested because like the traders don't buy and sell. Like they don't sell. There's just hodling. They're just trying to stack it. And maybe they're making a correct and proper mathematical calculation. But it's so speculative. And for me, trading is about taking profits. Take profits in order to live. Everyone, leave a comment below. Say, I will take profits and live well. You do not want to become a slave to the market. The market exists to give you opportunities, not to take your life away from you, which is what a lot of hodlers and a lot of degenerate addicts do. So that's why I'm not anti-crypto. You know, no matter that every single scammer and like, you know, arms dealer and sketchy person uses crypto because there's no like clear-cut laws. I still think the technology has promise, but at the same time, the reason why it's going up and down is based on speculation. It's not random that it just topped out at the all-time highs. Will it break through? Maybe not right now. Maybe the shorts are plowing in, being like, this is the top. Maybe tomorrow it breaks through, and then the hodlers say, it's not the top. It doesn't matter, okay? If you're going to truly utilize the markets to create a better life for you and your family, you have to just not care about this stupid games that most people play.
I agree. I was just showing you we have crypto pie. We've got stock pie. We've got pies of every flavor available.
So I want Matt Monaco, before we put this up, like I'm going to have him get a whole bunch of pies. And I want you to just take a little bite of different pies and we'll do a pie tasting and you'll see what you like. You don't have to eat the whole pie, but it's very similar to right now. You've got AI pie plays. You've got short squeeze pie plays. You've got, breaking news plays, a lot of patent spikers. Every single person in this should be using stocks to trade breaking news because they're alerting patents, which are just, filings, not even necessarily press releases. So there's a little inefficiency with the timing. There's so many different strategies right now. Why do you keep pulling up BMR? Why are you looking?
I was just pulling up the chart. I like this trade today. This is a good first green day. This is an AI play too. So, BMR, I don't even know, 2-3 weeks ago.
Pull up the multi-month chart. It did go supernova once. So I like former supernovas because they can go supernova again.
Yeah, we got to go back more than 15 days.
But also, like, this one it's not as much as in play. Like, I want stocks that are really in play. I'll watch it. I have like 50 stocks on my watch list right now. But OCEA, pull up DTSS. Just another one, just to give you an idea. DTSS was a former supernova. Pull up a multi-week chart and then pull up an intraday chart. Like, look at this. This is today from 6 to 13 in just a few minutes. Stocks to Trade Breaking News alerted it. Pull up AISP. This was a beautiful one. This was a near double from Stocks to Trade Breaking News. They had a good government contract with AI. And, whether you catch it right, click the little news tab so you can see where the news came out. Whoa, look at that. The news came out. Stocks to Trade Breaking News alerted the news. And that was when the stock was in the 2s and it went to nearly 4. So there's plenty of time. Maybe you have a job. Maybe you have a busy life. You can only trade in the morning. I mean, this made its move. You could have basically doubled your money before 10 in the morning. Pretty cool.
Agreed. So before we get going here, there's a lot of new traders in the chat. If they're just getting started, they're seeing the opportunity, just don't even know where to start. Where should they go?
Click the link. Give them the link. We have this all set up. Like, this is the beautiful thing about me teaching for 15 years now. You're joining something that's very well tuned. We have a finely tuned machine to teach students, and we've gotten better. We've oiled this machine. We've optimized this machine. So when you click this, all the instructions get emailed to you. You do a little interview with my team. Like, you get the whole spiel, and we give you homework. And literally all you have to do is be receptive and be dedicated in your study. No lazy people. This is not about like getting rich overnight. This is not about, making me giving you $1 million. What good would that do? If you look at those lotto winners, they go bankrupt because they don't know what they don't know. They're not financially proficient. They're financially irresponsible. So I'm going to try to teach you these lessons so that you can think fast, talk fast, trade fast, and capitalize. Whether you're ready in 2024 to really bank, probably not. But you got to start somewhere. And the sooner you start, the sooner you can really be prepared. Because let's say you start right now in early 2024, you follow all the instructions, you learn. The cool thing is maybe by the end of 2024, mid 2024, depending on how hard you study, you really start getting it. And it's not going to take like that many trades for you to be like, wow, like, you know, I see people making like 50%, 100% in the chat room, and it's just small trades. But you start to realize, wait a minute, this is rinse and repeat. AI is hot right now. Crypto's hot. I'm sure there'll be some new technology. Maybe there'll be AI crypto in the future. You don't know what's going to happen, but you do know that given this market, given everything that's going on with everyone having money, and there's a lot of speculation, this is fantastic. And this is why I like crypto hitting new highs. I hope crypto goes to 1 million, right? That'll just get more liquidity into the system, more speculation, more trading. You're looking for volatility and liquidity. We have both, but you need to get in and learn how this works. You can't just trade randomly. If you trade random patterns, if you trade random setups, you will get random results. So I want to teach you to be very meticulous like Matt.
Well said, Tim.
I have to go. I'm going to go eat lunch. I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, thank you for hopping on. I'll talk to everybody.
Thank you. You tell them the ways of the FU money. Matt would never have ditched me years ago. Now he's so rich, he doesn't even care. He ditches his parents. It doesn't matter. I want everyone to be able to get on that FU level where you can just ditch anybody because you've made it.
All right. Well, thanks, Tim. We'll talk soon, Matt.
Have a good day, guys.